hollow chamber flickered to life aboard the human vessel Defiant Hope, casting blue light across the faces of Captain Lily Chen and her first officer, Broke Martinez. Before them materialized the imposing figures of the Galactic Council's War Committee, 7 species who had ruled the known galaxy for millennia. Humanity, began High Arbiter Vexthor, his crystalline form refracting light like a prism of contempt. You have been found guilty of 57 violations of galactic law. The Council has voted unanimously. We declare war upon your species. Lily exchanged a glance with Broke. He raised an eyebrow. She almost smiled. Is that all? Lily asked, her voice carrying the weight of genuine curiosity rather than bravado. The Council chamber fell silent. Such responses were not in their extensive database of expected reactions. Fear, pleading, desperate negotiation, these were normal. Casual dismissal was unprecedented. You dare mock this council? Sputtered Ambassador Threen, his 6 eyes bulging from his amphibious face. Broke leaned forward, resting his elbows on the console. We're not mocking you. We're just wondering if there's more to your declaration. Ultimatums, demands, a timeline? You know, the usual war stuff. Vexthor's form pulsed an angry crimson. You primitive mammals understand nothing. The Council commands forces from 1,000 worlds. We have ended civilizations with a thought. Your little species, barely 3 centuries into space travel, thinks itself capable of resistance? Lily stood, her posture relaxed but her eyes sharp. See, that's where you've made your first mistake. You think this is about capability. Let me tell you something about humans, High Arbiter. We've been at war with something or someone since we climbed down from the trees. We've fought each other, our planet, our own nature. We've nearly destroyed ourselves 12 times over. And yet you survived through luck alone, Vexthor countered. No, Broke interjected, standing beside his captain. We survived through stubbornness. Through refusal to accept extinction. You know what humans do when someone declares war on us? We get creative. The Council representatives shifted uncomfortably. General Krixtal, the military commander whose species had conquered 40 systems, spoke with practiced authority. Your bravado is entertaining but irrelevant. We have 7,000 warships. You have, what, 300 vessels? Your weapons are primitive. Your shields are laughable. We will blockade your systems and starve you into submission within months. Lily smiled then, and it wasn't a pleasant expression. Broke, pull up the records. Her first officer tapped commands into his datapad. Files appeared in the holospace, historical documents from Earth's bloody past. Let me educate you, Lily said, walking around the projection. When my ancestors were declared enemies by the greatest empire of their time, they wrote a letter explaining why they refused to kneel. Then they fought the most powerful military in their world with farmers and merchants. They won. She gestured to another file. When my people were trapped on a frozen continent with no supply lines, starving and outnumbered. Do you know what they did? They ate their boots. They burned their furniture for warmth. And they held the line. Broke picked up the narrative. When my ancestors' homeland was invaded by forces with superior technology and numbers, they turned their entire country into a weapon. Every building, every street, every citizen became part of the resistance. The invaders claimed victory after victory and still lost the war. Ancient history, Vexthor dismissed. You speak of conflicts between your own kind. This is different, is it? Lily's voice turned cold. You're right that we've fought each other. Brutally, creatively, desperately. We've developed 10,000 ways to kill, 10,000 more to survive. And now, for the first time in our history, humanity has a common enemy. Congratulations, High Arbiter. You've just united a species that's never agreed on anything. The holographic council members exchanged uncertain glances. This wasn't proceeding according to their scenarios. Broke continued, his tone conversational but carrying an undercurrent of steel. You've got 7,000 ships. That's impressive. We've got 300. But here's what you don't have. You don't have millions of humans who've been reading military history since they could walk. You don't have engineers who'll look at your impenetrable shields and say, I can break that. You don't have pilots who'll ram their fighters into your capital ships if it means buying time for civilians to escape. Suicide tactics are forbidden under galactic law. Ambassador Threen protested weakly. Lily laughed, but there was no humor in it. You just declared war on us and you're worried about laws? Let me be clear. We'll fight by your rules right up until the moment those rules stop working. Then we'll make up new ones. She stepped closer to the hollow projector, her face now level with the massive representations of the council members. You've ruled the galaxy for millennia. You've forgotten what it means to fight for survival. You've forgotten desperation. We haven't. We've never had that luxury. General Krixtal attempted to regain control of the conversation. Your passion is noted, but ultimately futile. We have resources beyond your comprehension. Every species that has opposed the council has been eliminated or subjugated. That's because those species fought you on your terms, Broke said quietly. We won't make that mistake. Vexthor's crystalline form shifted through several colors. Confusion, anger, and something that might have been concern. You cannot win. Mathematics, logistics, pure physics all favor us overwhelmingly. Lily turned to Broke. You remember what Admiral Yamamoto supposedly said after Pearl Harbor? I fear all we have done is to awaken a sleeping giant and fill him with a terrible resolve, Broke quoted. Lily turned back to the council. You've awakened 300 billion humans, High Arbiter. We're miners who'll turn asteroids into weapons. We're programmers who'll hack your networks. We're mothers and fathers who'll fight with kitchen knives if our children are threatened. We're scientists who'll invent new ways to hurt you. We're soldiers who've studied every battle ever fought and learned from every defeat. She paused, letting her words sink in. So yes, you have more ships, more weapons, more resources. But we have something you've forgotten the value of. We have spite. We have creativity. We have the absolute refusal to go quietly into extinction. We've survived ice ages, plagues, world wars, and our own stupidity. You're just another item on a very long list of things that have tried to kill us. The council chamber remained silent for a long moment. Finally, Vexthor spoke, his voice lacking its earlier certainty. The declaration stands. The council has spoken. Then we'll see you on the battlefield, Lily said calmly. But don't say we didn't warn you. The hologram flickered out. Broke exhaled slowly. Think they'll reconsider? Lily shook her head. No, they've committed. But we've planted doubt. That's enough for now. She turned to her crew. All stations prepare for war. Send word to Earth. Tell them it's time to show the galaxy what humanity really means. As the defiant hope turned toward home, neither Lily nor Broke smiled. They knew the terrible cost ahead. But they also knew something the council had forgotten over their millennia of easy dominance. That the most dangerous opponent isn't the one with the biggest weapons, but the one with absolutely nothing left to lose and everything to prove. The council had declared war expecting capitulation. They would learn, as so many had before them, that humanity's response to surrender or die had always been the same. Is that all you've got?